Y'all know what time it is. We're here to tap it out, man. It's another great episode of the Tap Out. I am your host, Chill Will. Some call me Chilly Will. Some call me the actual villain because they know what's up. But regardless of what you call me, I don't do the show alone. It's a whole we. When I say we, it ain't just me. Let me bring in my guys, starting with the faceless one, Mr. Jake. What up, fool?
What's happening tonight, everybody? Man, I'm so excited for this card. Happy we got this show in. How we doing tonight, Will?
We do it, and we ready to go.
Absolutely.
Pop some edibles. This is going to get interesting.
Oh, it's going to get real interesting really quick. But, as Will said, it's just not us. We got to complete the triangle. Let's go ahead and bring in Wu-Tang.
Hey, protect your neck from the Wu-Tang.
Yo, Jake, bro, are you okay? It sounds like you're coming down with a case of the ligma.
You got ligma?
You got ligma, Jake?
Yeah, you can lick my dick right now.
Full ligma. Oh, by the way, quick peer into the backstage. Mike made a joke to which I said super gross, to which he posted the perfect gift of super necessary from Jorge. So that was funny. All right, folks. We got a bunch of dumb shit to talk about. We're going to punch each other in the face, or they are, and we're going to talk about it. I'd like to punch these two in the face, but they're good friends, so I try not to.
What did I do?
What you didn't do, man?
Time out. Hold on. I love that you thought that you were the one who should be exempt between the two of you. If there was one of you, two people that I'd punch, it couldn't be Mike, right? Like, it would have to be you.
Since we've started our friendship, I definitely say Will's wanted to punch me in the face at least 100 different times.
Oh, that's a lot. No, the 10 for sure.
Will, we've known each other for like almost 2 years now. It's definitely got to be close to 100.
Yeah. But most times you just like annoy the shit out of me. I don't want to punch you. But there's definitely been some times where if you were in front of me, I might. Don't use violence, children.
No. Violence is the question, and the answer is yes.
Yes.
No, see, it's the best argument no one besides two other people have ever seen. The day Will wanted to absolutely thrash me in the face was the day we talked about KD. We will never reveal those messages because we can't find them even if we wanted to.
I almost choked him through the phone. Yeah, it was bad. And fun fact, I have conceded to that debate actually later on. I do respect how good Bridges is, but that's not why we're here.
Exactly. But real quick, I don't think you conceded. I think we came to an understanding and kind of met in the middle.
Yeah. All right, cool. Look, we got Dale. We got Dale on YouTube being an asshole.
Like normal.
Will fights every show with someone. Yeah. Usually
That's the
you.
Point. That's
you,
why
him.
Honestly, Will deserves the villain name, but he gave it to me first, so he can't take it.
I didn't actually give that to you.
You did. You're the first person to call me that.
I said he wants to be a villain. You were like, I'm the villain. He just went saying on it like it's
actually. What ended up happening actually was I called myself the residential hater. You turned it into the villain.
We just spent 5 minutes on nothing. Let's go. What we doing?
You are a residential hater.
I really am. I try not to be, but it just happens because people give me a reason to hate on them. Anyway,
you got like the weirdest beef, bro. Like
I don't like. He wears shirts with tags. I can't stand them.
I really don't, though. I don't wear tags. They're already printed on the shirt.
What did I tell you? I know the guy.
Beefing with everybody.
We've got a news/topic for you today. We're trying to switch it up a little bit with how we format the show, and we're going to start out with the news, and Will's going to turn this into a topic for us, and everyone's going to know the assignment, and we're going to hit it. We had one of the MMA UFC 1FC GOATs call it a career over the weekend, it was this weekend or the previous weekend. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson has hung up the gloves, called it a career at age 38, I believe he is. He's done it all. He's the greatest flyweight of all time. And we're discussing his possibility on being on the Mount Rushmore of all times. And Will's going to tell us exactly what the assignment is, and all three of us are going to try to hit it.
Okay, so we're not going to just pick the obvious Mount Rushmore, because we'd all probably have it. We'd probably all pick from a pool of probably like 6 names, and then we'd take 4 of them, and then we'd build. That's boring. That'd be collective. We'd have to agree. Oh, we could argue. I'd make that into an argument, but we could do this way more fun. The way we're going to do it is your Mount Rushmore, and so I want to. Should we put a stipulation that you had to watch them? Or is it just who you've liked through clips and what you've learned?
No, your personal Mount Rushmore that you were able to watch and visibly see.
Watch them. Okay, so you had to watch them. That's the only real rule. That, and it has to be yours. It can't just be. So, let's go. Who wants to go first?
Not me.
Pussy.
I guess I'll start. Jake, I thought you were taking the lead, but whatever. Yeah. Okay. So my Mount Rushmore, it'll be hard. But.
That's what she said.
That's definitely what she said. GSP. I got GSP up there.
Ooh, okay. I like it.
Anderson Silva.
Yep.
John Jones.
Yeah.
And then lastly, mainly because he's like a pioneer, I have to say Hoist Gracie.
Hoist. You didn't watch Hoist.
I watched him after. I have a DVD collection.
That's true.
Well, I mean, he was like the gateway for me, so.
Yeah, he's the gateway for a lot of motherfuckers, honestly.
Yeah, true.
He was also the exit for a lot of motherfuckers. So. Like, that guy's doing this, I should probably leave.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so that's nice. You now, Jake.
Number one for me, and I understand there's some controversy behind his career, but I do got to go with John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to. It's tough because I'm stuck between two individuals that I want in this spot because I like one a lot and the other one makes sense. But I think that I would pick Max Holloway over Anderson Silva.
Now you get
and
crazy.
I would take for my last 2 spots, which I think John Jones is the only real one, but if I had to give the last 2 spots, I'm going Matt Hughes and BJ Penn.
I like the Penn one. Matt Hughes is ambitious, but okay, cool.
Well, Matt Hughes is kind of, we'll see him with BJ Penn, but Matt Hughes is my pioneer type of guy.
Yeah, he definitely had that.
He held that welterweight division before GSP, and I really want to put GSP on my list too, but I got to see like 2 of his fights during his popularity time because I wasn't able to physically reach and watch UFC at my younger years where he was at his prime. I got to see like his last 2 fights, like the Koscheck fight, and that was practically it besides one that I'm forgetting. I think it might have been the Bisping fight. So I didn't get to, enjoy George St. Pierre like you 2 probably got to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm doing mine on the basis of, I want to say influence. It's not solely influence, but influence is a huge, like, you do a Mount Rushmore, I think it's one of the most important things. How much did you influence the sport? Like, how much did you push the sport forward? I will give honorable mention to Hoist because, yes, but I just felt like that'd be cheating for my list. I didn't actually watch him fight. But I also know that, like, half of all ground game is him and his family. It's just whatever they're doing, they were doing it years before everyone else. They're still doing things that like most grapplers or most jiu-jitsu and most like that aren't doing that. Like they're still doing things that are just crazy. So they don't. Honestly, the whole Hoist family, even the ones that suck, there's a couple of them that are just all of them, just super impactful. Okay, so with that said, out the gate, I'm going to go Rampage Jackson.
Ooh, okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, and I want to be honest, I wasn't expecting it either until I said it. But then as I was thinking, I was like, yeah, for sure. I try to think of like who stands out over the years me watching, and Rampage was humongous. Plus, he came over from Pride, which was
I bet his Pride days were insane.
Right before the UFC, though, Pride was where it was at.
Yeah,
and he was wrecking shop over there. He has maybe the single greatest moment in combat history, fighting history, where he fucking powerbombed the guy into defeat. Like, that's bananas. Guy had him trying to get him into an armbar, and he just fucking gets mad, and Hulk smashes this dude out to a KO.
Yeah, so, the whole story behind that whole thing on why he got pissed off and did that is insane. If anyone hasn't watched that, you need to go see it.
Yeah. If you ever want to find out just a fun story about one of the craziest sports moments, Google Rampage Jackson. Speaking about,
I feel like another one that matches that, it comes in like close second to that, is when Kevin Randleman powerbombed Fedor.
Yeah, because it was Fedor.
Yeah. And they're both their feet were in the air.
yeah, that was actually wild. Yeah, power bombs in the middle of a UFC fight are nasty work.
Yeah.
So I got Rampage.
Okay.
Then, I'm gonna go left here, man, and I'm gonna cheat too. As a duo, as a family, the Diaz brothers.
Ooh, okay.
That's cheating.
But if it is, so if you force me to take one, I'm going to take Nate.
No, I'm saying it's cheating, but I allow it because I agree.
Yeah. And actually, now that I said it, no, Nick's cool. Nate's the man. Nick's more about the family's lore. Like when you hear all the stories about the family, a lot of them involve Nick being a maniac.
Yeah, but before they kicked him out, he was one of the prominent figures in the UFC. So I get why you'd want to do that. And why his lore is insane. Yeah.
Also, he tried to continue a fight in a hospital, which is by far the most
outrageous thing ever.
California shit I've ever heard. Like it is the most cholo shit. Like I hope he was wearing a flannel with only the top button when he did that. Because like that shit and khaki shorts.
Yeah.
Dickies with Chucks on.
Gotta have the Chucks.
And a bandana tied to the front.
Tupac.
Gotta have sunglasses with it too, then.
Oh, now essay. Hey.
That's one slick Vato, man.
With a low rider waiting for him.
Yeah, with the low rider. Handlebars up here.
Bars up top.
Handlebars up here. Had to create a window here because the handlebars are up here.
This got racist real quick.
No, it didn't. It got factual real quick. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, my list is already ridiculous. I got Rampage and Nate Diaz. And then I will go with the. Oh, now I'm stuck. I put myself in a corner by picking these two guys. Some of the other. But let me be clear though. I picked these two guys because two other guys I was gonna pick, you guys had on your list, and that's not content. It's boring. John Jones and Silva, I would have had.
I was about to say you could do Jones because it makes sense. That's fine. Yeah, but I understand the content aspect, but
you both had him on the list. So I was like, maybe if one of you did it, but you both had him, so he's covered. He's been covered in the pot. He's good. So with those guys out, I will then go fucking Khabib. Ooh. I mean, just pure dominance. Pure, unadulterated dominance. Just talk that shit now as he's pounding a man in the face. A man who's actually my number one, Connor.
Okay.
Will, could I ask you one thing about the Khabib thing?
Go.
Do you wish we would have got the Holloway fight?
Holloway Khabib?
Yeah, they were supposed to fight and they didn't end up fighting.
No, it's not a fight. Holloway wants to fight you. He wants to fight everyone. In fact, he wants to fight everyone and their brother. Khabib wants to punish and tap you out and go home to ride his goat or whatever he's gonna go do. I don't know, but like he doesn't. It's Holloway's really good, but his whole game relies on either you deciding to stand there with him, like Gaethje did, and he paid for it, or you try to take him down and he's gonna use his wrestling ability to keep himself up. Yeah, it's not gonna work with Khabib. It's not. The best of the best have tried to keep Khabib on his feet. All of Khabib's fights happen where Khabib wants them to happen. And because of that.
And it's wild, the most interesting fight that Khabib had was against someone that we didn't expect him to have that kind of a fight against, and it was Ali Quinta. That was actually probably one of the most interesting fights I've ever seen Khabib have, and I was entertained with that. He actually almost lost, which was wild. It was for the vacant lightweight belt, too, which is crazy.
So to recap, I have Rampage, Nate Diaz. I've already forgotten Khabib
and Conor
and Conor. Yeah. I just think they gave me the most joy in storylines. Anything that Nate does, I can watch. I'll watch him read a phone book, honestly. And with that accent, same for Conor. He could read a pub menu. I'm in.
He was the best shit talker in the game, man. Him and Chael.
Yeah, him and Chael. Honestly, Chael, another honorable mention, just because of his fucking mouth. It's unbelievable. Like that dude. It's got to be the most infuriating thing, because like that's the thing. I assume he's a disciplined human being. Like he fights. He's been on the pinnacle of fighting, so you got to be disciplined. But imagine just being at a bar with him, and like maybe you bump him, or maybe you say something stupid, or you get on his nerves. That is a man who can shit talk you into oblivion, and you can't do a fucking thing about it. If you're an average Joe, good luck.
Will, you know it's crazy. Hearing your list and the way that you went about your list, it makes me wish I would have went about my list a little bit different, because now I want to make a change to mine. Because now I want to make a change.
Who'd you change to?
I want to take Matt Hughes out, and I want to insert Michael Bisping.
For being an asshole. I love it.
For being an asshole. And Bisping's easily one of my top 3 favorite fighters of all time as well, because you put some favoritism into your list, and I like that. And I didn't realize that was allowed to be happening. So even though it was your Mount Rushmore, you were able to do favoritism and throw it in there with some logic. And I'm like, well, if I can do that, I'm taking Hughes out and inserting Bisping, because that's some favoritism on my part, and a guy that I really enjoyed seeing fighting too.
I mean, he still has a top 3 favorite knockout of all time. He was just on the wrong end of it.
But he also got something back.
Coffin.
He also got something back and got himself on a top 10 list of favorite knockouts too, because a lot of people hated Luke Rockhold's arrogant ass, and he knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love that Bisping hid being blind in one eye and then went on to have almost another Hall of Fame career after the injury. He had a pretty good run after that, even though he couldn't see shit.
So to recap, we just heard Will's recap on his list. My updated list is now John Jones, Max Holloway, Michael Bisping, and BJ Penn. And Mike's was Hoist Gracie, and I forgot the other 3. Sorry, Mike.
GSP, Anderson Silva, and John Jones. But I'm gonna keep mine intact. But going off what you guys were saying, I'm gonna have a whole other list of my own. If we're talking about like a wild card list.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have to put Jorge Masvidal on there.
So he was one of when I thought about how I was doing mine, I wanted him on there, but it was just like it's too obvious, and other people like I have.
You already got the Diaz's on there.
Yeah. If I was gonna put him on there, it would have been over Khabib.
Fair
like
enough.
The Jorge Nate fight was one of the greatest Cholo street fight I ever seen. Like hood fight, like at the top of the sport.
Like I love that Jorge shut Darren Till up. I love that too.
You if you had like a magic wand and while they were fighting, and you would just whoosh and everything disappeared around them, and they were just in an alleyway. They wouldn't notice. They just would have kept doing their thing, and that's how those two dudes are crazy.
And just like the Diaz brothers, Masvidal is a dude that's it's on site. He did that shit backstage. Leon Edwards, he made him his bitch. It was great. Leon was made a bitch that night because of what Jorge was able to do. He walked him down and he did nothing, slapped him, and then Leon didn't do nothing. It was great.
And then
he ended up beating them in the ring.
What happened?
Who won? Didn't they fight in the octagon? Who won that?
No, they never did.
They never fought.
No, honestly, Leon will probably beat him.
Yeah, he probably didn't want that smoke.
And then the other one too in my wild card list, I'll put Sakuraba up there. He's kind of like the trickster, right?
He's a maniac. Yeah. These guys are nuts.
I'll put him up there. I'll put Shinya Aoki up there too.
Another psychopath. Yeah.
Mike, I know you watched way before I did, probably definitely in your teens too. Did you ever get to see Don Fry fight?
No. I just saw him in, just like with Horace Gracie. I just saw him in in DVDs and box sets and whatnot. Because I have like all the stuff from like the Dark Ages on tape.
Yeah.
So
was his shit crazy though?
Yeah, his shit was pretty good because like he was in Pride as well. He had a crazy moment where he fought, what's that one guy, big Japanese dude, and they were just sitting there in the clinch, just punching each other back and forth.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, he fought a giant human. It was like a sumo level guy. He was so big.
Bro, I was the shit, bro. I'm telling you.
He wasn't.
So if you had to pick between two guys to watch, and it was Don Fry or Dan Severn, you're watching Don Fry?
Don Fry, hands down, Don Fry. And he's another one too. He's a funny character. You ever see him like in his interviews? He be saying some wild shit, bro.
I remember the dude because he had a mean mustache and he went in there and threw hands.
Yeah.
You want to do another version of this? We can do.
What you got, Will? I'm down for this. This is actually really fun.
Exactly. The Mount Rushmore of
shit talkers. I'm just kidding.
We can do that too. Partiers, like the crazy fuckers, like not just crazy, like, but I mean, for example, Tui the Shoey. Yeah, I mean, like all them shoeys, man. Guy's nuts. Oh, and I like yours better though. Shit talkers. Yeah, let's do shit talkers. But obviously, we're all gonna have number one the same as Chael Sonnen.
Well, yeah, it's Chael, Bisping, McGregor. Who's the fight?
The GOATs are McGregor and Chael are easily like leagues above everybody else.
Bisping put himself on the list when he did the Believe, Achieve, Shut the Fuck Up. That put him on the list for me of greats. Damn, who's the fourth one on my list?
Because you like cliche quotable lines. That made him less fun for me.
No. He stole that straight from whatever the fuck Luke Rockhold was saying, and he was like, it sounds like the worst self-help story ever.
Okay, if you said that, that's a little better.
Yeah, he was like, Believe, Achieve. He was like, that sounds like the worst self-help story I ever heard. Believe, Achieve, Conceive. Shut the fuck up. It was great. And number 4, I gotta put, I think I'm comfortable putting DC on there too.
Yeah, DC falls under the he's under the label of he's one of the shit talkers that is uber annoying because he sucks at it, but he's so good himself that you can't do anything about it. He's like my brother. My brother Scott would talk so much shit, and it was like he would just say things like, yo, that wasn't even funny. It's not even like everything you're saying is corny. Like but if he's winning, you got to listen to it.
Exactly. But yeah, that's probably my 4. I could interchange number 4, but I got to think about because everybody else is just kind of like they try to live up to them.
Lewis made a great point. Drickus made 2 people cry. He deserves an honorable mention. Yeah, factual. And that's a man who, like, for a while there wasn't a man of many words. And then when he finally started talking, people started crying. It's fucking nuts. I see now maybe why he was being quiet. He's fucking got a superpower, and it's a villain.
He cuts to where it hurts in all his shit, and I love it.
Yeah, he really got after
because if you think that psychology's so smart, because if you make them emotionally invested, they're going to fight emotionally and make irrational mistakes in fight.
Yeah,
while he's calm.
Thanks for breaking down the art of shit talking that's as old as any of us.
Well, fuck you too, then.
I'm actually gonna piggyback off of Will. It's funny you brought up DC because I was thinking about this the entire time while you guys were talking. These are mine only because they're really bad at it and it's so fucking hilarious. Yeah. And I'll have to go with Tito Ortiz for sure. He's my number one.
Oh my god,
Tito Ortiz for sure. I'll put Cody Garbrandt up there. I'm sorry, Jake.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but he's bad. He's
not good.
He's not the good at shit talk. He's just like emotionally driven. You know what I mean? I hate to say it,
talking and
intelligence. He just lacks intelligence. Like,
bro, Mike. He's from Cleveland. What do you expect?
Like the dumbest shit he ever done was when he was getting into it with a troll online. He posted his own address online and telling dude to me, it's like, you don't fucking do that shit, bro.
That was really fucking dumb.
And then I put Izzy Adesanya up there because his trash talking sucks.
So bad.
It's so bad.
He said
it's miserable.
He said nigga like 17 times to Drickus, and every one of them got more uncomfortable. It just was like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like,
I don't even. But what made it more weird? What made it more weird? The amount of times he said it, or the fact that Drickus was kind of just smiling, smirking at him the whole time while he was doing it, shaking his head.
Yeah, no, it was just how many times he said it. Like, yo, it's not landing. Move on. Like, it's just he kept dropping the punchline to a bad joke. It was like, yo, bro, what is happening?
Man.
What up, Chris? Thank you. Appreciate you. Happy weekend to you as well. I didn't know people wish people happy weekend, but
salute. Happy Friday.
Man. And then lastly, it's kind of a toss-up between these two. I have to put in Gary Machado and Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah. Oh, you got Sterling? Oh, for bad shit talk. Yeah. Sterling's horrible. Sterling like stutters because he gets frustrated. He gets flustered really easily, and he starts. It's bad. You can see like his mouth gets dry. Like it's a whole thing. And Ian, I have trouble with Ian because the talk is definitely, but he's still a world-class troll. He knows how to troll you. But yes, once he starts opening and using his words, I want him to stop. That's pretty good. I like that one.
Honorable mention, Henry Cejudo.
I don't like anything Henry Cejudo says in general. Like, it doesn't even have to be shit talk. Just all of it is just like, bro, shut up. Just go fight somebody. Like, I want to hear way less and see way more. That's
you know what? I almost made a mistake. I almost said I wanted to swap DC out with somebody, but I can't because Drake has made him cry. So never mind. I can't put Sean Strickland in there. Sean Strickland is the ultimate Twitter troll.
Why did Strickland cry?
Because he said, I'm going to beat you worse than your dad did.
That's what Drake said?
Yeah.
And it made him cry?
Yeah. Because his dad
after he so it's funny because but he's joked about that, and he's the only reason we know that because he says it at any opportunity when they talk about what made him great. And and he brings that up and he laughs and jokes about it. Man, he really hasn't dealt with that shit. He's really punching his way out of his childhood still. That's crazy.
Yeah. He did a sit-down interview with the Happy Dad guys, and he actually had to take a break. Or it might have been Theo Von. No, it was Theo Von. And he actually broke down about it and was like crying. And Theo was like, "Hey, my bad." Like Theo looked uncomfortable because it was a real topic, a real situation, and Sean broke down about it. It's like he can handle it when he talks about it, but if someone else brings it up, it's obviously still traumatic.
What a bitch. No, sir.
All right, Will, hit it. We need to hear yours now.
My now what?
Your list?
Of?
Oh, did you already say your list of shit talkers?
Jalen Connor. I want to believe Sugar Sean can go, but he just kind of seems like he's still coasting off of just what he does, which is very good, but it's not crazy with the shit talk.
He doesn't need to.
So this is a different take on it because he's not your classic shit talker, but Holloway, because of his confidence and like he'll just literally the shit talking from Holloway happens in the ring.
Yeah.
Where and he'll literally hit you and then go on, land a shot. And then he told he basically told dude, your coaches are trash in front of his coaches. He fucking lifted dude's arms up. Yo, you got to block or I'm going to fucking drop you. Like, and he kept, who was he fighting with? Do you remember when he did that shit?
Yeah, he was like, this is how you block. Put your hands up. And he was still connecting.
But, like, he kept in the middle of the fight coaching the guy he's fighting, which I felt was, I don't actually think it was shit talking. I think that was a genuinely, like, a fighter thing. He was like, yo, you're going to get killed in here if you keep fighting people like me.
And it honestly,
it was Ortega? Okay, yeah.
No, it was not Ortega. If you think it was not Ortega, the dude did not have long hair. It was a short-haired dude, and it was a guy that we wouldn't even know. I really don't remember the guy's name, but it definitely was not Ortega. Low key, it's disrespectful too. At the same time,
except it's not from him. From like if like I don't know if fucking. I feel like if John Jones did that, he'd be being disrespectful. If Chael did that, it'd be disrespectful. If Connor did that. But with Holloway, he literally was genuinely coaching. I think now it was definitely disrespectful to his entire corner. It's like, yo, you ain't got your mans ready. What are you doing putting them in here? But it could be viewed as disrespectful, but I don't think it was. I think it literally came from a genuine place. He was like, yo, put your hands up before I knock you the fuck out. And then Kevin Holland was my last one. He's
another guy right in the ring.
Yeah, I've done like almost three lists of MMA fighters, and he looked it up. It was Ortega. Ha!
God damn. I love being proved wrong on air.
Man was so short too. It's great.
Thanks, Lewis. I appreciate you looking dumb.
Hey, he aims to please.
No, this is good content.
Yeah. My guy Kevin talks a lot in the ring. I love that part too. So that's my list. All right. What we got next?
We have
Let's do a commercial break?
Yeah, let's do a commercial break so I can figure out how to unlock this phone.
This dude. Where are our commercials? Where the hoes at? Who knows? Oh, you know what? I'm going to run our own promos. Fuck Dale and his show's promos that he always wants to run.
I'll let you know Sample Watch right now. I'm taking it right now. Joe Burrow ain't winning no championship. He can dye his hair all he wants. Something wrong with him. Something wrong with that guy.
I remember back in the day when Reggie Miller and the Indiana Pacers shaved their heads for playoffs. You know,
go ahead. For the game, that was their gangster approach. And guess what they did? Guess what happened? They ain't win no title.
The Parlay Perspective.
What do you guys expect to see out of Nick Chubb coming off of an ACL?
I would not bet against Nick Chubb.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the Terminator. And fooling that squat. You see the weight he was squatting?
Stupid.
That rapid just.
Yeah, dumb. That's our shit. Watch our shit. Like, share, subscribe. You heard the man.
Jake.
Yeah, all that like, share, subscribe stuff. Sports talk with friends, all the stuff that Took normally says. I ain't going to repeat it because then I feel like it's a copyright issue with Took. Yeah, guys, we've got UFC 306 here at the Sphere. This is supposed to be a wild spectacle. I believe here within the next 10, 15 seconds, Will's got something for everyone to listen to. I'm going to let him run that, and then we're going to go.
Okay, cool, yep.
Yeah, and then once he goes into that, we'll talk about it a little bit, then we're going to go into the card.
So I want to give credit to where this was at the presser, right?
Yes.
Okay, so press conference last night, I believe. Did you send it to me or in the other chat? Let me see.
I sent it directly to you.
Yeah, I got it. All right, so the presser last night for UFC 306. Dana had this to say about a number of things.
How will you allow people watching at home to feel the difference of the Sphere card?
So normally, every Saturday we have 2 trucks, right? And there is a in-house live event that is different than the event that is on television that beams out to the whole world. There will be 2 more trucks added to this show, and you will have Glenn Weiss is one of the probably the greatest director in Hollywood right now. He does all the award shows. He's done them all. And when we called him and asked him to be a part of this, he said, "You guys are crazy. I'm in." He loves the challenge of this thing. So he will be shooting both of those things at the same time to try to give you the feel that you are inside the sphere, whether you're watching it at home, in a bar, or wherever.
And you said there's going to be like movies playing in between fights, like the history of Mexico. Will fans be able to watch this in person, even if they're not at the Sphere? Like, will they show it like on TV or like on YouTube?
Oh yeah. No, this is yeah. There's movie, there's chapters. So each chapter starts before the next fight. So there'll be a show open, right? Then the first movie will run, and it will end at the end of the fight. And then we call them worlds. And the fight will live inside this world. And the world will evolve while the fights are going on, but it'll be very subtle. Clouds will move, fires will burn, birds will fly, or whatever the hell's going on in that world at that time, and it will slowly evolve during the fight. There are also going to be Easter eggs in each one of these films. And we're working it out with legal right now. But what I want to do, if somebody can find all the Easter eggs, they'll give you $25,000. And what else was I going to tell you?
Yeah, we'll call that there. Yeah. So an epic show. It's going to be like something you've never seen before, is what we're told.
I didn't even understand the scope and scale of this production, but sounds
so. I know two facts about this so far. The first one being he spent $20 million on this. So $20 million to throw this event, and the gate, they sold out faster than any event ever. The most pre-sale sales ever, and the gate was 23 million. So they already made back what he put in. The only thing left with overhead, I'm guessing, is just whatever overtime and paying the fighters and shit like that. And then the rest is just going to be pure profit, which is going to be ballistic, honestly.
Yeah, and that's where most of their profit's going to come off pay-per-view buys, too.
Yeah, of course. Always does. Yeah. And he's putting in a whole, looked it up with Ortega, skimmed through the highlights. Man, he beat the brakes off of Ortega. And Dana's a weirdo. Yes, Dana is he's a fucking rich weirdo, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, at the end of that
Rich
video,
as fuck.
as Will was saying, at the end of that video, Dana actually wants to somehow get nominated for an Oscar, an Emmy, and all sorts of other stuff because of this movie that they're making.
Yeah, so he lined himself up. Yeah, and everything is original. So there's going to be original music that never before heard that they put together. Yeah, he's trying to get a bunch of different awards. Somebody was like, "Get a Tony." You can't get a Tony. You got to be on Broadway. But he was, but he thought about it. Yeah.
And that $25K that they were offering that I had to ask Will about earlier, when I researched it, this is for the people at home. This is for the people at the show. So whoever finds the more is entitled to the $25K if he ends up getting it run through with legal all the way correctly. So if you were watching the fights on Saturday, find those Easter eggs, get $25K richer.
I also heard somewhere, on this, he goes on to say that the Easter eggs will be UFC related, obviously, to the history of UFC. Also, I believe there'll be some Mexican related Easter eggs as well. So, he's going big. He's going as big as you can go for a venue so far.
I'm hoping it's as neat and as good as they end up, as he's promoting it out to be. This, like I was telling Will, is that the fight card's very, very good in my opinion. But the star of the show is going to obviously be the Sphere. It's the first time that I think a sporting event has taken place here, and it's going to be.
He did it. By the way, if anybody wants to know why he ended up doing this, he wanted to be the first to do this. Also, we have somebody well known to thank for all this, and that is one Thomas Brady. we do not get this event without Thomas Brady.
Tommy.
Because Tommy called him up and invited him to a U2 show. U2 was the first to actually perform in the Sphere. Called him up, said, "You want to go see U2?" Then it was like, I don't know. Fuck it, I'll go. And he went and he said within 10 minutes, this is all he could think about was doing this event. He said, I have to be the first to do a sporting event here. I want to. We're gonna. And by the next day, they were already putting the plan together. So thank you, Mr. Brady, for yet again contributing to all of our sports needs.
But when was this concert?
When was the concert?
Yeah.
I assume at least a year ago, maybe like 6 months, 8 months ago.
Still, that's pretty quick. That was a quick turnaround.
Oh, yeah. Dana's not fucking around, man.
Yeah, no, Dana, when he wants to be the first, he's going to be the first.
Yeah.
He goes from zero to go pretty instant. Like, he's ready at all times.
I mean, look at Fight Island.
You're right. That he put that together in a fucking weekend.
Yeah. Look, I don't agree with some of his business practice, but you have to give him credit, man. He does keep things moving.
Yeah. Super innovative.
He's also the only reason we're probably at this level with UFC. Like, he had the vision and wouldn't stop. So,
I mean, again, got to give credit to where credit's due. He elevated the sport in general, man.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't for him in the UFC, it wouldn't be in New York. Everybody's just piggybacking off the UFC, man, for real.
100%.
Yeah. They got a gym in Boston for this. I couldn't believe when I saw it.
Oh, dang.
There's a UFC gym in Boston.
That's crazy. That's cool, though. Very cool.
It is. Yeah, what in the cut, too, like.
I forgot that Dana is a Boston guy, isn't he?
Yes,
you're right. We had to.
I forgot.
If I had to, before we get into the fight card, what I do want to ask you too, because I'm not answering this because I'm already expecting it to be great. What are your expectations for this show? Like, are you expecting this to be extravagant, or do you think they're going to fall on their face? Are you expecting, like, what are you expecting?
I expect something that we've never seen before, something crazy, and I expect it to be buggy. I expect there to be mistakes, and I expect it to look very human, which I think will add to it. I don't think it'll hurt it. I think if they do everything smoothly, sure, that'll be cool, I guess, too. But, like, I want to see the fuck up. I want to see all the lights go out at some point, like when the power gets cut, like a football game or something, and somebody hits the switch or something. Like, I want to see all the lights go out and everybody be like, huh? No. And then everything get like run back up and just I want mistakes. I want I am an agent of chaos.
Hey, you know who's gonna make sure he don't go anywhere near that place? Dana White's gonna do everything in his power to keep Ariel Helwani away from that event.
Oh yeah, he gotta keep Ariel away from that. Yeah, Ariel can't go.
He already wasn't at the
somebody mentioned him too to him. Somebody brought up Ariel too to him. I think he was on Pat McAfee's show, and I think Pat McAfee might have brought up Ariel. So yeah, he can't go. No, pictures at every fucking door. I guarantee it.
He 100% was not at the press conference, so that was the funny thing.
Bro, be killing the vibe, man.
Yeah, he's a wet blanket.
He's literally the biggest loser that's come out of the MMA scene. I have no idea how he got so big. I hate his show. I don't even watch it. I watch highlights, and I'm just like, can you just stop talking and get out?
But that's how.
Yeah.
You described how.
The only person.
People hate watch him. He's a hate watch. Like there's like a handful of people who agree, and everyone else just watches to want to punch him in the face.
Yeah, but his biggest supporter, he got into a fight with, and they don't even do statements anymore, and it was Chael.
Right, but Chael as a supporter is that it's nothing. That Chael goes where the wave is.
Well, that's how. Well, that's how the creation of it went from DC and RC to the good guy and the bad guy because RC wanted to move out of the UFC picture. Chael went in and stopped doing the shit with Ariel because they got into an argument and it really pissed Chael off. He said, "Fuck you, go burn on your own." It was kind of funny.
Yeah, I think they both can sustain something on their own, but Chael's not going to do all the extra work that the Ariel would do, so that's what he needs him there for. So he's going to find another partner, though. But all right, so
let's get into this card.
I'm trying. Okay,
I got it pulled up, but we're not going to do
no. Now I got it. Now I think. Wait, no, this isn't. Yeah, give me the. Send me the link to the actual card.
I'm going right off of wiki. I'm just gonna say the names, and then whenever we go for
Oh,
picks
never
or
mind.
whatever,
I found it.
we can go through.
We're good. We're good.
We can go through with
Where you want to start at?
I'll go all the way down to the early pre.
This is the wrong one. That's 307. I can't wait for 307. By the way,
Is that the Tapora one?
Yeah.
that's Pereira too. Roundtree.
Oh.
Is that?
Oh
yeah.
no. 308's Taporia and Holloway.
Yeah. 307 is Roundtree Pereira.
That's gonna be a good fight. I think people are underselling that, and I'm like, nah, it's gonna be a good fight.
Man, Pereira's active as hell, dude.
And that's all we want from a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's scarily just jumped onto the scene and became like the perfect UFC fighter in terms of, although I will say he's oddly marketable because he's not going to give you a lot of words, but actually his like cold demeanor and the fact that also like when you see him out the ring, he's always laughing and smiling and shit. And then he gets in there and gets kicked in the dick and tells the ref to chill and knocks people's heads off. So like, I don't know. Other than the fact that he's not really like mouthy, he's just perfect for the UFC right now.
Yeah.
Just a silent assassin. I hate this guy's face so much.
Caveman face.
It's so bad. Somebody smashed his face with a frying pan.
Cast iron skillet.
Damn, look at Will hating someone because he's ugly. What a jackass.
Not because he's ugly. I didn't say he's ugly. I just fucking hate his face. The shape of it. It's just, like I said, he's on my list of faces you'd want to punch, except it already looks like it's been punched.
Enough.
You got it. You got a thing for Rojas?
No, I don't. I'm just saying. No, I'm saying you said he looks like he's been punched in the face, and I said enough. As in, like, yeah, enough.
Yeah, punched enough. I got it. Anywho,
so, only one early prelim card or one early prelim fight, and it's Raul.
Say his name.
Jr.
Somebody say his name. Say his name. Go ahead. You got it.
Ori Q-Ling.
He has to be like ethnic Mongolian or something.
Check with the judges. Woo.
Corey Lang. Ori Lang. Or Queeling. Or Queeling. Or Queeling.
I just need somebody to say it.
He said Queeflin.
I just need somebody to say it in anime.
Or Queeling.
Yeah, then I'll understand. I need the dubs. I need if is Lewis still listening? Yeah, I need dubs for this. Can't do.
Will hop into the Will or not Will. Lewis hop into. Oh, never mind. I pretended he was Asian for a minute, and that wasn't right.
Wow. Yeah, he's the other side. He's
the other side. All right.
So what are we doing?
We're not pick. Well, I mean, I guess we could go to picks now if you want.
Oh, what were you trying to do? Just like look at it?
No, just go through the card, and then we were going to pick the fights that we wanted to pick out.
Wait, did this dude just fought? I could have sworn he was on one of our last picks. Joshua Van? No, Joshua Van.
He's the blackest Asian ever.
Blasian.
He's got to be Blasian. He's got to be half and half.
Edgar Chairez. He is the favorite too. I bet he. Oh, I said Chairez.
No, it is probably Chairez, but I call them chairs because that's how. Chairez.
Cherezo.
Give me that chair. Yeah.
Blasian.
Blasian. Yeah. All right. Who y'all got?
The Blasian Asian.
You got,
pretty sure you got
taking the underdog.
No, I'm taking the over. I'm taking Cheerez.
I'm taking the chairman because it's all Mexico, and I think he's gonna rep.
The last time we did this, everybody from that lost. It was the China card. All the Chinese lost.
Yeah, they let down their country. I don't think this Mexican was going to do that. They dishonored their people. That'll crush them if they hear it, right?
Play that one time from Mulan. Make a man out of you.
Next in the women's strawweight division, we have Yasmin, who cares, versus Ketlin
Did you think
Souza.
it was women? Did you think it was women when we were right here?
Oh, I thought you already scrolled, asshole.
No. He missed it. Anyways, go ahead, Yasmin. Go ahead, say that one.
I just tried and I said no.
Hargui?
Yeah.
Like Spanish, the J is an H, right?
Yeah, there's no way that J is J. So it's Huergi. 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 Yasmin Huergi. Huergi. It's terrible. I mean, cancel. Let's go. Versus Ketlin.
Okay, so I'm sticking with the Mexican. I'm sticking with the Mexican on the Mexican card.
This is, first of all, this dude is huge. I mean, she's scary, man. I wouldn't want to fight her at all.
She's kind of hot.
I mean, I will beat the shit out of anybody who steps in front of you at a bar as your girlfriend type of way. Sure, I guess. But she's a huge favorite. Like huge favorite. That's minus 455.
Yeah. I'm gonna go buy one of her eggs.
Jesus.
What was that?
I wonder if I can buy one of her eggs.
Jesus, girl, are you trying to grow a dinosaur?
Yeah,
bro, I'm just talking for the sake of humanity, man. We need to contribute to the gene pool.
Yeah, she needs to pump out some.
I am gonna go
some Terminator babies.
I'm going with the underdog here. She's got 14 wins and 8 of them are by knockout. So I'll go with Ketlin Souza on this.
Ketlin.
I actually like that pick, and you convinced me.
You're welcome.
Mainly because I want to bet on it.
That's a really
at 350.
It's a really big ass zero.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know that she should even be in this division, but okay, let's go. Manuel Torres. If I finally got out of what Muhammad is. No, that's part of our show is you doing names.
Yeah, Mike.
Me?
No, you.
Me? Why me? Okay, let's go.
Do I have to say it?
No, hold on. Ignacio.
That's good.
Bahamondes.
Yeah, I don't know that I could have did that better. Bahamondes, yeah.
He's Chilean. I mean, I could have been close.
No, I think you got it. Ignacio Bahamondes.
Real quick, Manuel Torres is
you
really good.
I nailed it, though. That's why you laughing.
Manuel Torres is a really good up-and-comer. I've seen a couple of his fights. I think that he's got this one in the bag. I believe he might be coming from the Contender Series as well.
You okay, Mike?
Jake, the substitute teacher.
Wait, who said that? You don't realize.
Am I getting laughed at again?
I know. This time, I'm also not aware. He's in his own world right now. The substitute teacher was hilarious, but I only lightly can understand where that was going. So,
I mean, there ain't nothing going on with the Bukakis tonight, so I don't know what.
No Bukakis. Leave the Bukakis alone.
Substitute teacher in the inner city.
Saying M word.
Oh, dude, I thought that finally died.
M word. Oh no! I hope our fans who are normally here are here for that. Mike done to gather himself. We'll move on to the next fight. Nina Aldana versus Norma Dumont. Norma
Dumont carries a dump truck around with her, so that's why I'm taking her.
Let's see if we can get eyes on that. No,
I mean, she is Brazilian, so I mean.
Bro, she carries that thing. She's got that thing.
Oh, she must. She got the shorts on because she's like hiding that shit. Hey, stop objectifying.
I'm not. But she also.
Yeah, it's kind of how you start.
Her only.
You said she was dragging a wagon. You said she was dragging a wagon.
But it's a factual.
Objectifying.
But it's factual.
That doesn't make it less objective.
Shut up. Her only two losses are to Megan Anderson and Macy Chiasson, which are two very good opponents. She was ranked at one time, but the only problem is fights with her last a long time. She's won 9 fights by decision. Irene Aldana is a veteran of the sport, but she also has lost a lot. She's a powerhouse,
Okay,
but I still think the younger fighter in Norma Dumont could take this fight. So I'm taking Norma.
But why do you think she's smuggling 2 hams into the building?
They saw that.
I just wanted to know why you said that.
2 hams.
I'm not answering your questions. You're trying to make me into a womanizer, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one's buying that one.
No, it's fair. Look,
who y'all got?
Look, I made an observation.
Do not explain. It's part of it all. You're good. Move on. Dumont. And her hams.
Ham sandwich.
Are you picking Aldana or are you picking the meat department?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, Dumont.
Okay.
Now we are officially on the main card, and these two guys easily had the best exchange at the press conference, and it was terrible because they were both speaking 2 different languages, but it was funny shit talk, so I'll give it to them. But as much as I don't want to, O'Day Osborne has literally disappointed me in his last 4 fights, so I will refuse to take him because he's just not that good of a fighter. And I'm going to go with Ronaldo Rodriguez on this one. He's another young up-and-comer that's absolutely killed the scene in his short time in the UFC. And O'Day Osborne's been nothing but a huge disappointment in the flyweight division, so fuck that guy.
So emotional.
Shut up.
I'll go with Rodriguez, though. Viva la Mexico. What you got, Mike?
I'm going with Ronaldo Rodriguez.
Is anybody writing these down?
Nah, we'll go for the playback.
Run it back.
This is also the first time we've ever gone through an entire card, by the way.
Hey, do these names.
Yep.
And now
Name
this
time.
is one. This
Name
is one
time.
of those. This is one of those fights that I am really, really looking forward to. Daniel Zellhuber is one of the younger Mexican fighters, age 25. Absolutely tear it up at a 15-1 record. Go ahead. I'll let you go if you need to.
Hey.
Esteban. Yeah, I'm not even going to try it. Rebovich. He's coming off of a Contender Series win, got a contract, and now he is here on a main card. Daniel Zellhuber is getting a very tough opportunity, but also enough to show his chance while also being on a main card. I think he's going to shine in this performance going against not a here you go opponent because this guy's exciting as well, but I think Daniel Zellhuber's got this fight.
I'm going with Esteban.
I'm going with Daniel.
You will rule the day you picked against Esteban.
Next,
Ortega.
The fight that we thought.
Dude, that's a terrible haircut every time.
The fight that we
he's ranked number 13?
12.
12?
13.
Yep, this is no, if you look at
13.
if you look at the UFC rankings, he's ranked 12.
Well, then they're lying. They're lying in one of these places.
This is number 3 versus number 12, unless he's actually 13, and I'm pretty sure he's 12.
That's a huge gap.
Yeah, you were already pretty sure one time in the show.
No, this time I swear when I was watching the presser last night, they said he was 12. But we were supposed to get this fight last pay-per-view, I believe. Ortega pulled out because of an illness. Ortega is 1-2 in his last 3 fights, but he's coming off a submission armbar win against Yair Rodriguez that he had rolled his ankle in before the fight started, if you guys remember that.
Hey, Mike,
Diego Lopez is 4-0 and wait, where does it say?
He's 13.
Well, I mean, you're good. Diego Lopez is 4-0 in his last 5 fights. He's also fought – that Dan Ige thing was unbelievable, that he fought at 165 when he had weighed in for 145 2 days prior to the fight because it was allowed to be catch weight. And then the day of the fight, it got moved to 155 when Ortega pulled out. Dan Ige came in and they were allowed to weigh in at 165, so he was obviously ready to go. Quick little rundown of the fight. I think Brian Ortega can win this fight if his uppercuts are precise and he can get him to the ground. But the problem is, I do believe, and I stand on it, that Diego Lopez is the strongest featherweight in the division. It's going to be hard to keep him down. And for that reason alone, stand-up wise and not being able to stay on the ground, I think Diego Lopez will make it into the top 5 after this fight. I'm taking Lopez.
Is it weird that he's rated 13, the other one's rated 3, but he's not favored at all? He's underdog at 3.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And like a decent one plus 145.
Well, Ortega's on the decline, honestly, if you really think about it. Ever since Max Holloway beat his ass, he ain't been the same.
Max Holloway beat lots of ass.
Max Holloway beat him. He fought.
Grasso!
I can't even finish my sentence, and you guys didn't even pick in the last fight.
Yeah, I said Lopez.
Oh, my bad. What'd you pick, Will?
Yeah, I'll go Lopez.
Next, we've got the women's flyweight belt between Grasso and Shevchenko. Alexa Grasso's won, and a lot of people are saying Valentina won, even though it was a draw. I think Valentina's age, even though she's a killer, quite possibly the GOAT of the UFC world, I think her age is starting to catch up with her. I think Alexa could take this, so I'm taking Alexa.
I think I'm going to go Shevchenko.
It's fair.
Yeah. I'm going to go Shevchenko, too. She pissed me off for a bunch of years. I earned a little ballerina twirl at the end of every win, but she's a savage. Grasso's a problem, too, but I don't know.
Grasso's neat.
I don't like about Grasso.
Grasso's neat because her boxing's excellent, but she's also got a sick jiu-jitsu game because she can finish everything on the ground, too.
Grasso probably wins, but it's going to be tough. I don't know. I got Shevchenko. Valentina.
And now for the main event of the evening. Sugar Sean versus Merab, the dumbass Davishvili. Sorry, I don't like Merab at all. I'm taking Sugar, and I'm not even going to explain why. I just don't like Merab.
I feel like if Sugar is going to take it, it has to be like early on, man. I feel like if the fight drags on, I feel like Merab might win.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Very much so.
Mike, the only thing that I'm going to give you light pushback on about this is that everybody that wants to fight Sean O'Malley, they want to be all macho and think they can stand with him. Aljo had the game plan. I'm going to take you down, he had the game plan. Jake take. This isn't even a Jake take. All you had to do was take him down and finish him. What did Aljo do? He wanted to prove that he was macho and stand with him, and he got knocked the fuck out. Merab's going to do the same thing because Merab has stated multiple times, I'm going to stand with him and I'm going to knock him out. No, you're not. If you're smart, you're going to try to take him down, and he's not. He's going to get knocked out. Round 3.
3.
Not saying your pick's wrong. I'm just saying I think Merab is a
no.
and he's going to think he's going to stand.
I didn't make a pick. I don't even know how you could.
I said Mike, not Will.
Oh, but did Mike make a pick? Oh,
yeah,
Mike said. Oh, Mike did pick Merab. He picked Merab.
How is that a Jake take?
Because it sounded like at one point you were saying that Aljo had a great game plan.
No, his game plan. No, I'm saying what his game plan should have been was take him down. But because people want to act macho and act like they can stand with Sean, they want to stand and they get knocked out trying to be stupid.
Well, I think Merab is he's gonna fall back into being a grappler. He might play the macho game a little bit, but without a doubt, he's gonna take it to the ground.
If he wants to win, he's gonna do what you just said.
No.
Put your pride aside, go for your game plan because that's how he won. That's how he beat Henry.
And I'm sure his coaches are going to remind him, you know.
And Will, what you got, brother?
Second round KO on Malley. It's not just that people get macho or get competitive and want to stand with him. It's not everybody can. He's light, but not everybody can get in there to take him down. It's not easy to get in there, and he doesn't throw a bunch of wasteful, dangerous moves where you have that opportunity to take him down. He's perfectly fine with sitting on the outside and keeping you at leg distance with that front kick. He'll chop at your legs a little bit. Doesn't do it as much, I think, since he broke his foot doing that shit. But he'll chop a little bit. And then he'll just jab you into oblivion if you don't get inside. And he's going to keep you at distance. Now, I know Merab's a different beast when it comes to being able to take somebody down. So I definitely know that he's going to be better. Probably. I think Aljo had the ability to, but like we said, Aljo just approached it wrong. So
yeah,
I think Merab will approach it better, but I just don't think it's going to matter.
You're about to see Jake go off on something that he's gone off on before. It's going to seem like a really long-winded statement, but it's not. I'm going to make sure it's short. We've got the same issue just in the lighter weight division, which makes it even harder because most guys in the bantamweight division are 5'9" and under. Max Holloway, we thought the same thing in the featherweight division, that he was so tall that his length helped him in every fight because he had reach. This is the same thing with Sean. And people like to underrate Sean's ability to stay up because he can stay up. He's very good at takedown defense. His problem is when he's actually on the ground, but he can stop himself from getting taken down because he's long. He's 5'11" in one of the smallest divisions in the UFC, and it's hard to take him down because of his length. Because Merab, I believe, is only 5'8", maybe 5'7" if he's lucky, because Aljo's taller than him, I think, and Aljo's only 5'7". So there's going to be a reach advantage here. When he's trying to shoot, Sean's going to be jabbing, uppercutting, and making sure he can't get close. And if he tries to get him up against the fence, he's so long he can just spread his legs out and not get taken down. So it's going to be difficult to get him down, and height and reach is going to play a major factor in this game because Sean is 5'11". I see it being difficult. I feel like this is not a mismatch, but I feel like it's a really hard fight for Merab because there's such a difference in reach and height here.
Yeah, that front kick, man. That front
Lethal.
kick is hard to deal with.
Was that too long-winded, Will?
Jake Take!
Nah, it wasn't Jake Takey. No Jake Takeys.
I just know Will likes to give me shit about the height thing.
Nah, yeah, it's because I just think you put too much stock in it. It definitely deserves like a note. That's why they give you the measurements of the fighters before the fights. But like, you put so much into it. Like it's the height and ability to keep somebody around. I mean, at bay, it only works if you know what to do with it. And some of these guys, I've seen tall guys who can't do that shit. Merab by armbar, 2 minutes into round one.
Who said that, Lewis?
Fascinating. Yeah.
But yeah, those are our picks and our breakdowns of the fights. Mike, Will, do you have anything else you want to bring up about the card or anything else UFC related?
I'm just surprised that the main event isn't like a Mexican.
Kind of missed on that one, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Look, how many times can we watch Moreno in fucking in the God of War? What is that? Can't watch the fight anymore. Yeah,
or whatever.
Figueiredo. We can't watch it anymore. I love that. Like Figueiredo was struggling with him, but then he went on to who was he struggling with? Moreno just lost. I think he won recently, but
no, Moreno lost.
No, Moreno just beat Royval, I think.
Where's Moreno? What division is he again?
Flyweight. He's down. Or up. I mean. Or no. Yeah, up.
Make up your mind.
I'm dyslexic. Give me a break.
I think I am too.
Yeah, he's right there. Number 1 under Pantoja.
No, 2.
Oh, my bad. Maybe he didn't beat Royval.
We can find out right now.
But no, he struggled with Pantoja, right?
He lost to him.
Yeah, but he lost twice
Lost
to
to
him.
Royval.
Oh, wow. Royval did beat him.
Yeah, Pantoja was giving him some issues. Oh, was it Pantoja?
Oh, friggin' Moreno killed Kai Car France.
Oh, so yeah, he just be having sagas with people. Look, he beat Royval the first time, draw with Figueiredo Moreno, then he beats Figueiredo, then he loses to Figueiredo, then he beats France. He beat all of France, Jesus. Then he beats Figueiredo again. Then he loses. Oh yeah, then loses to Pantoja. Loses to Royval.
No, he destroyed Kai Car France with a liver shot. It was disgusting.
Yeah, he lost to Pantoja before as well. Damn.
I mean, the only thing that you really could have done was
bro.
If you could somehow convince Ilia Topuria to fight on this card and give Ortega the title shot since he just beat Yair, you could technically do that. But Max Holloway had such a convincing win his last fight that they weren't going to give Ortega that fight because he's only on a 1-fight win streak and he didn't really do anything to deserve a title shot. So this was literally the only thing they could put up. But I agree with Mike. This is Mexican Independence Day, and what you give us is a Georgian or whatever you would call them.
Well, no, all the other fights definitely had a bunch, but yeah, the main event was definitely not Mexican.
Whiffed.
Are they begging on people just thinking that he might be Mexican because he's tatted up and fucking got pink hair and shit? Yeah, I don't know. But look, Mexico was in almost every other fight.
Yes.
So they represented.
And everybody, don't forget, Canelo is fighting this weekend.
Yes, Canelo is fighting.
Oh, did you catch the Inoue fight like a week or two ago?
I did not, but I'm sure Lewis has if he's here.
Dude, he fought Doheny.
Oh, you see, Dana saw O'Malley is married to a Mexican and said, "Good enough." That'll do. Yeah, that's funny. What were you saying, Mike?
Oh no, say he fought Doheny and he body shot the dude so hard that he dislocated like a disc in like dude's back. Like dead ass, like he quit in the middle of the fight like that.
Yo, that dude, I like the way he fight. He's vicious, man. He said he dislodged a disc, stepped down in competition from Inoue, but he destroyed him. Rough.
Yeah, it was like a liver shot, but he felt it in his back or something like that.
Jesus. It's one of those punches you just don't get up from. I live here now on the floor.
It's like when you go puke in the bathroom after a night, you're on the floor.
This is my new home. Bring my TV in. All right, yeah. So what was I gonna say about? Oh, what do we think? There's gonna be an opening show. Do we know what the acts are? Does anybody know? Who's the opening acts for UFC 306? No, these are all about the fights. Oh, hold on. We got big questions. Let me see something. You guys think the fill in the blank, the O'Malley, how do you say his name?
Who? Rob?
You guys here? That's Billy.
What are we
y'all
answering here? What are we answering?
I asked you, how do you say fucking the guy he's facing's name?
Davishvili.
Davishvili. O'Malley versus Davishvili will be what? How do you think that fight? Like, not who you pick, but like, do you think it'll be a good fight?
It's a clash of styles, and I do think it is good, but I don't think they're. I don't want to say it's not going to go to decision, but at the same time, I don't see this ending in a decision. Someone's getting tapped or someone's getting knocked out. That's just how it's going to end. There's no way that there's a decision here. I think it's going to be an entertaining fight, but I do want to give a prediction that I do think fight of the night ends up being Ortega and Lopez. But I do think that the main event's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, I'm looking for opening acts and shit, but it's not telling me because it's supposed to be like a little concert at the beginning. But I guess maybe it'll just mean more about.
Wouldn't it be apropos if it was you two?
I guess, but they seem so pretentious that they're not going to play it again. We did it once.
South Park let us know that Bono or Bono is the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, that seemed to be a theme for them. All right, folks. I think we're stalling. Oh yeah, Canelo fight. I think Lewis picked against Canelo.
Can I say one thing? What do you guys think is going to be the better main event? O'Malley and Davishvili, or Canelo and who's he fighting?
Well, in terms of a main event, boxing just lends better to that because the fight.
That's what draws a crowd.
Yeah. Well, they go longer too. The fights are longer.
Lewis goes, how dare you?
How dare I what?
Say he picks against Canelo.
Because you did. Couldn't believe it when I heard it. Man said he's going to lose. I was like, Lewis, though, it's Canelo. And he was like, I don't give a fuck about that dude.
Right. Well, in Will's words, we just.
And I was like, Lewis, man, but like, why is my headset?
Yeah. Well, and
I can't hear you. Well, I'm just rambling right now.
Good old Will's words. We just might be stalling, but this was a great show. Thank you for everyone that tuned in. If my fellow co-hosts have any shout-outs, Will, thank you for getting the link and the show together. Mike, thank you for being here. Enjoy the fights and everybody that watched, which was Lewis, Dale, and possibly a few others. Chris, thanks for being here, and have a great weekend, everybody.
Yeah. All right.
Happy Mexican Independence Day, everybody.
Oh yeah, and enjoy the event tomorrow. Everybody watch and then tune in next week where we break everything down. Allegedly,
No, not allegedly. This is absolutely happening next Friday. Get our review over the fight card and what we thought. We will be here next Friday with Mr. Wu-Tang. I'm going to try to get one more guest on so that we have a fourth combatant with us, but it's probably not going to happen because he never answers his phone. But yes, next Friday, tune into another episode of the Tap Out where we give our reviews of the fights and see who was wrong and who was right.
Cool.
Will, take us out.
Audio.
Find this podcast and others on STWFTV, the Podcasting Network, wherever you get podcasts.
What was the other one where they go, Senpai?
some of them are so beautiful and long. It's crazy. Like, Oh, that's the music. Oh, I need that. Oh, that's Kisike's Bunkai.
Will,
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube right now, and it says we're still live.
Oh, yeah.